think I've mentioned here before, and I think I'll repeat it again, and that is the importance of the company that you keep. The company that you keep is really, really important. And there's a quote I once read, can't remember from where, that said that if in your circle of friends, if you were the only person, or most of the times, if something goes wrong or a situation did not work out over whatever, it could be with a friend, could be family, whatever, and you find yourself that you are constantly the person who has to be the bigger person, you are in the wrong company. You are in the wrong company that demands for you to be the bigger person all the time. You are in the wrong company. And the company that you keep, I think, I can't even overemphasize this enough. A company that you keep is really, really important. It can determine how far you go in life, or how stagnant, or how backwards you go in your life. You want to stay around people who challenge you to grow, who challenge you to do better, and who challenge you to dig in and just live the best life you can possibly live from where you are. You find that, so if you surround yourself with people who you are the only person who seems to be adding value into their lives, but you don't get value added to your life, that's another list of people that you need to stop being around. Okay, if you are around people who, when you're there, you are the person with the ideas, you are the person with the solution, you are the person who knows what needs to be done and should be done, and you're the person who's coordinating all these things, and the rest of them are just there receiving, and you don't get to have your cup filled as well, that is a wrong group of people to keep. You know what I've learned, and this I just learned recently, through some acquaintances someplace, you find that you're doing something together, and once they know you are capable of doing, or you have ideas or whatever, and like you in this group, we are all capable. It's not like it is designated for one person to do something. Like, we're all capable, we all have great minds, we all are great thinkers, and we all can offer solutions and find to problems and whatnot. But you find that when they are around that circle, they're very quiet, they don't contribute. Tell us what you think. Nothing for now, or whatever it is. They're not willing to give up information quickly that will be beneficial for the rest of the group. And so I learned something, and I thought, okay, so this person only shows up to this group to just pick on ideas, to just pick on our minds, to just pick on whatever it is everybody else has to say, and then the next thing you know, they're implementing and they're doing better in whatever it is that they choose to do, having benefited from everybody else's contribution. So that also led me to learn that sometimes you don't have to share your brilliance, okay? Sometimes you can show up, and if you find that there are people who are not willing to also share, there are people who are not readily willing to offer the ideas and to add value, to say some things or do some things that will add value to you, but you, because you're very kind and you're nice and you're all that, so you don't even think about it, and before you realize it, you wonder, I've spent an hour, I spent 2 hours with this person, but I seem to have given to them more than I have received from them. And then that becomes a habit, because they know, if I meet with so-and-so, if so-and-so is in my company, I know I'm going to gain more. And because there's not that requirement for them also to meet you at the same level, so you find that you don't have an opportunity to replenish. So pay attention to such people. Pay attention. If you're kind-hearted and you're nice and you're always willing to step up and to offer help, and you're the only person who's always willing to do that, and the other people have the capabilities, but they're never in a hurry to do that, you have to pay attention. Sometimes it's just good to just sit there and be just a little bit selfish, to protect yourself and then find yourselves people who you are moving together from the same dimension, from the same perspective, who see things the way you see things, and want to do things maybe not the same way, but you understand each other in a way that you're here to benefit one another. Okay, even in friendships, you can't just keep friendships that you don't benefit from. You can't just have friends who you are the only person who is enriching their lives. There has to be a place where you're both enriching each other's lives. And if that is not the case, it's a one-sided kind of value-adding system. You need to stop being around such people. Surround yourselves with people who you add value to, and people who add value back to you. Okay? So you don't end up just sitting there an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, having lunch and whatnot, and after you get home, you're just as empty. There's nothing of importance you talked about. There's nothing that you just. So anyway, it's 2024. Let's try to do things differently. Be strategic even with your friendships. Be strategic with how you spend your time, and how much you choose to spend in terms of time and resources on things. Time is a very important resource, by the way, but you have to be strategic on how you allocate your time and the kind of company you keep. I'll keep saying it and I'll keep repeating it without tiring. The kind of company you keep is really, really, really important. Okay, so don't just have people around you for the sake of having people around you. Otherwise, you'll just be moving in circles, but you'll not be making progress. We want progress for this year. We want to look back 6 months from now, or at the middle of the year, and say, okay, this is how far I've been able to come. This is how much I've been able to achieve. And in my friendships, this is how much I've been able to be enriched. When I spend time with so-and-so, I leave there more knowledgeable, I leave there more, more challenged. I want to go home and just start re-strategize and start working on my dreams, because being around them challenges me to want to do better. But if you're around people who are just, whether you met them or not, like, it makes no difference. It's just like there's nothing to it. Come on, stop. We need to change that, okay? So think about the kind of people you surround yourself with. If you're serious about moving forward and achieving some of those goals that you have for yourself, the company that you keep absolutely does matter.